The hardest hit areas from last night's storms include many communities in Marion County. And I just got back from Chopper 10. We flew over Caledonia, where trees toppled and even a building collapsed. That's where we find 10 TV's Tanisha Millette. She's live in Marion County with the latest on the cleanup. And Tanisha, the damage looked pretty bad from the helicopter. What are you seeing on the ground?
I was going to say, you had that high view. I've got the low view. Here is the debris, Karina. This is from a building. And as you can see, there's debris all over the place. And this is from what was the second story of a two-story building. And you have to be careful out here because there's nails and things that are all over. And this is not an isolated area. These are near homes. And some of this debris has hit some of the homes nearby. And this all happened from that storm last night. And people in Marion County say it didn't last long, but it was powerful.
It seemed like maybe it was 15-20 minutes for the most part, and then it got extremely quiet. And then all it did was just kind of thunder, lightning, a normal thunderstorm.
But that damage makes the storm look far from normal. Those concrete blocks I just showed you, they weighed anywhere between 40 and 100 pounds. They littered the street after a two-story building was demolished by the storm. In other parts of town, a lot of damage to homes and trees. Tracy Smith says last June she lost 2/3 of her roof, and she says this time she's thankful that this time she only had some damage to her siding.
Really, I didn't even think about being a tornado. It was a lot of high winds, thunder, lightning. It kind of brought back memories of the storm last year in June.
And here is a view from the mass cam on top of our live truck. You can see from that vantage point exactly what that building looks like and some of that damage. Now, Tracy Smith, who we spoke to, she also says that she has no power today and that many homes in the area are also without power. We will be here in Marion County for the rest of the day. We'll survey that damage and, of course, we'll take a look at how people are trying to clear up now that the storm has passed. We're live in Marion County. Tanisha Millette, 10 TV News.
Thank you, Tanisha. Workers in Franklin County are cleaning up after strong winds and heavy rain tore through the area as well. In Reynoldsburg, the Kmart on Main Street had some major damage with plants and even a parking curb thrown across the lot. And down the road, the high winds tore the roof of a car wash completely off the building. In Hilliard, there's widespread damage as well. Power came back on for businesses along Park Mill Run just in the past hour after being in the dark most of the morning. That's where we find 10 TV's Ashley Berry, and she's live there with the latest. Ashley?
Well, this area suffered significant damage. There is debris littered all over the lawns, including insulation foam from a Lowe's just to our left here. And if you can see just behind us, there are several crews out actually replacing lights, traffic lights. Some have fallen on the ground, others whipped all the way around. In fact, they even just replaced a light pole that was completely taken down from these storms. They ripped through overnight, leaving that trail of debris. It appears the Lowe's just off of Mill Run in Hilliard suffered significant damage. Heavy winds ripped parts of the roof right off. Street lights nearly bent in half, and tree limbs and debris scattered lawns. We spoke with one woman who works about a quarter of a mile away.
I'm so thankful that no one was here last night and no one was hurt. I'm very thankful for that.
Yeah, it is safe to say that everybody pretty lucky to get out of here alive. It's going to be a long day out here. You can see right there, they just brought in new streetlights to replace. In fact, it appears as though there may have been 5 or 6 traffic lights that were actually ripped off from these wires. Again, power has been restored, but many of these businesses remain closed at this hour as the cleanup continues. We will continue to follow Hilliard cleanup and bring you the very latest. For now, reporting live, Ashley Berry, 10 TV News.
And from Hilliard, we go to Fairfield County. Families are cleaning away debris dumped by the storm there as well. New at noon, 10 TV Shayla Reeves has a look at that damage.
Right now, you are looking at some of the worst damage we found in Fairfield County. It's happening right here in Baltimore off Basil Road. A family tells us they woke up and found their barn leveled, their oldest horse the only one inside. She escaped alive.
I looked out the window and I just saw a weird shadow and came out on the porch, and sure enough, I was like, something's not right. And then I went and woke up the parents, and the first thing we thought was the horse, and somehow she got out.
Off Sailor Road, the storm toppled 8 trees in one family's front yard. A tree split and ripped the electrical box from the wall at another home. We'll have a closer look at the damage coming up tonight on 10 TV News. Reporting in Fairfield County, Shayla Reeves, 10 TV News.